Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, episode 12 of our Two Friends Build a City series. Oh, that was quite the band shot. We are back over here by our new industry area. It does look a lot different than the last time you saw it. That's because I made some changes. The little experiment that I did here with the oil industry, I liked it. I liked how the spacing went, even though we still have... It's going to be the death of me, isn't it? Oh my god, they're everywhere. Just build a big building. Why is that so hard? Build a big building. Anyway, so what we have over here is not just industry. As you can see, we've got offices and commercial through here. No residential, and it's going to stay like that. Don't know what we're going to do with this side bit just yet. We'll figure it out. We have time. We have until we decide we're done with this series. That's how long we have, in case you were wondering. What we don't have is enough population to get to the cargo harbor yet, and I want the cargo harbor. By the way, this video is a little bit different. Destin's build will be included, most likely. Hasn't happened yet, obviously, but I want to give it to him after I get done today, because this should be the video that goes live the Friday before the Hotels and Retreats DLC comes out on the 23rd. So this should go live just that Friday before. And for that reason, I wanted to let Destin have the final stab at it before that happens. Just in case he runs into issues again with the game not wanting to play nice for him. That happened with the last update, and I just want to make sure he gets, you know, some playtime. I think we're gonna go small here. I'm not really sure how I want to do this. We're gonna start on the other side then, because I have a better idea of what I want to do over there. Yeah, okay. I'm just being indecisive. Don't pay any attention to me. There we go. This is what I want to do over here. Over here, I just want to do a grid. I just want to see where my border is. And you're like, yeah, a grid. Exciting, Brandon. I know. I want to do just squares on this side. And this is going to be, even though it's up here and away from everything, this side's going to be a bit more dense than the other side of the road is going to be. And we're just going to, you know, as best we can, just get some squares in here. We'll bring this down and get that connected elsewhere. And that's probably about as far as that direction as that will go. So I can turn that off now. And we can use our curve road tool. And I would like this to actually come out straight just a bit before we curve. There we go. And then into there. Lovely. I like that. Just two little connections. And then we should do something back here. Let's look at our... we don't really have much space to work with here, do we? This could be okay if we don't zone on just one side of the road. Yeah, that should be all right. And then I want to continue this over here. Don't have quite enough space to bring it out there, but I'd like to make a connection here, but I don't think I'm going to get away with it. Yeah, we're going to... Well, we might actually get away with it. I just want there to be a way to have some connectivity from this development into this development without needing to go way out there. So I would like to maybe possibly clean this up just a skosh here. And just get a bit more of our grid going here, even if it means a couple of shorter blocks. Should we connect that to that? I don't think so. We want to look at the terrain. Nah, we'll leave that alone. Cool, let's get some water pipes under here. And then we will check our services as well in just a moment. So that'll cover all of that. That'll cover all that. So we can bring this down that way. And then we can make a connection down here over to the right, whatever cardinal direction that is. I don't know. Lovely. And then we will bring this back here. Why is it only green? There's the blue. Wait, where's the fresh water? I want the fresh water too. But we have the fresh water too. And then this will bump right to there. And we may as well go ahead, even though it's going to give us some redundant coverage, we will run up under there as well. May as well connect these there. So, schools and things like that, I think we're fine. High school capacity getting a little low. Yeah, I know that our schools are like way over here. Do we not have an elementary in this neighborhood? Okay, so maybe we want to do an elementary up here as well. Let's do the little country looking one. Yeah, I like that idea. And what we'll do is bring that in right. I wish it would fit there. Bring it in right here, and then we're going to immediately lose part of the grid that I just made because I do want this to be a bit of a campus. You know, I like making my school campuses. So we're going to get a small playground, and we're going to tuck it in right there next to that. But then we're also going to add in, not a tennis court. It's not really elementary school. We're going to add in a basketball court. You know, the 4th and 5th graders could go out and play some basketball. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then the teachers need some parking around back. Yeah? Maybe not. And these are both... Neither one's going to really fit the way I would want it to. Unless... yes. Brilliant idea. If I do say so myself. And I do. We can do that. Yes. I'm trying to use Timberborn controls. Been playing a lot of Timberborn lately. And then what we'll do is bump this over. We'll bump this over. And just so we have some connectivity through here, so the teachers don't have to, go through the back door, we will, yeah, I know, I made that too long. We will connect here. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. There. So the parking lots go out to there, and they can walk around to the front door. And they don't have to jump over the hedge. Yes, I know there's a playground already there. Ignore that. Cool. Little elementary. Awesome. And that should give us good coverage. Well, okay. Oh, we did have an elementary down here. Oh, well, now we have two. Now we're way over capacity. It's a high school we needed. I don't know how I did. Oh, I didn't see it because I was on the high school tab. Grr. Oh, well, that one can help out for over there. We may eventually get a bus that connects all of this. I think that might not be a bad idea. Oh, I just realized Anarchy's on. Let's turn that off. So we need about 5,000 people in the town. This area is going to be exclusively residential, except for just a little bit more right here along that road. And then the rest of it is going to be... In fact, we're going to do a little bit of high density right here just to kind of resemble apartments. What happened here? I don't know what I just did. I think I just de-zoned something. I heard the click. Yeah, what? Why is the zoning so weird right here? I don't think I intended that. I think I meant to leave a space there. Though actually looking at this, no, that I wanted the 4x4 there, and instead got like a big house. That's what happened there. So here we will do like that, just get something a little smaller. Or you know what? You can live close to your neighbors, whatever. So yeah, I want to do just a bit of high density just right here along this drag. Not a whole lot. And nothing on that side. And then maybe just right back here as well. Do a little bit more. We'll leave that little gap there open. And I think this area could use its own little park. I think this would be a great place for a dog park right by this density that we have. And that'll also give us a nice little separation zone for our houses. Now, we should get a variety of sizes of lots in here, hopefully. That's the goal, is to see some just different things happening up here than what we have going on everywhere else. So we can get a few back here. So let's go back to this tool. We can get like one there. We can get a couple in right there and one there, and then that's it. Yeah, that's all we're getting back there. And then on this side, it's kind of the same story, but we can get a few more. And then we will bring in some right here. Or do I want to make this a park area? Nah, I want to put houses here. More houses. Not going to put that there. We're going to give a little bit more commercial right here. And then we're going to make a walking path connection from this road to the neighborhood. Just a few corner shops there. One right there, actually on the corner. And then housing for the rest of it. Beautiful. Let's get in a little walking path just before I forget. And let's do a couple, actually. I'm going to turn off everything just to make this a little bit easier to connect. There we go. And then I want one right here. If I can get away with it. This is too short. If I'm careful, I can get this in here. Okay, so we'll go here. Yeah, that works. We weren't in a zone there anyway. We're back here, so cool. People can walk through there. I failed to mention this in the last video. I ran a walking path since this is highway on this bit. It converged from a street to a highway. There was no pedestrian connectivity, so I ran a path over to there, up to here. There is a pedestrian crossing here, even though we can't see it. There is one. And then I brought that all the way over to Destin's other neighborhood. So that folks can walk from here as well. I did not carry it on around. I figure if they want to walk, they can go up that way. I still think it's weird that it's all dirt. I don't know why. I just think it's weird. So that pretty much saps a lot of our demand. But we're not done. We're far, far, far from done. I want to now come in with freeform. Let's go straight out for just a bit here. And I'm going to back it off just so I have some room to play with. There we go. Now we're going to turn all this off. And I'm just going to kind of follow the train roughly. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be good enough. And then I'm going to turn angle back on. I'm going to come out straight right here because there is a bit of a straight section there. And then we're going to go back into this, and I think we'll terminate this right about here. Yeah, we'll just come out with a little bit of a section there. And then now I got to try to find a way to make these two meet up in a nice way. So I'm going to bring this around just a skosh, right around that corner. Then we're going to turn this on, turn all of our guidelines back on. And then, well, bam, cool. And this isn't going to be as densely packed in as the other area. In fact, I think it's only going to be back here. I think we're going to leave all of this alone. Just completely, just not even do anything back there. So, again, looking at our train, our elevation, let's get some larger homes back here, but also paying attention to just some separation. Keeping them from being just right on top of one another. And then we'll go on that size there, just so we don't get anything funky happening on this side. They're going to be a little closer together out of necessity, but they're going to have massive backyards. And let's do to that side. And then here we can have a few smaller ones and one larger one there. And then I'm going to come in with our forestry fence. Actually, I'm going to use the farm fence. I kind of like its rustic look. And I'm going to try to follow this around if I can. Am I going to get away with that? No, that's nowhere near correct. So instead, I'm going to make it easy on myself and use the parallel mode. And do that. Jump it to the other side. And we're just going to back it off a little bit. Right there. Cool. And then I just need to come in here. And with move it, grab that node and back that to there. And the same thing down on this end. Awesome. So that gives us a nice little area. We'll get some trees and detailing done, which I am going to the weekend that I'm recording this, which it's May 28th, or I'm sorry, April 28th right now. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to be doing a live stream of both Broston County and Pine Pass. I paused because, okay, that looks like a car. It's just a bird. I'm going to speed things up, and I'm going to let some of this stuff develop in and get some upgrades going. Probably won't get too terribly high because we don't have the best land values. Over here might have good land value just because of the parks. But we're going to let this run. We've got a little bit of density there, then it goes back down, and then some density back down there. And see what we get, see what our population looks like, and then we'll move on to the next area. And you know what? I've changed my mind. There is a high-rise band up here, but these are just too big. They're just they don't fit at all. So we're going to remove this high density. It's okay to admit you don't like something and go back and change it. So we're going to let all of that be done. Thankfully, and we've got some stuff over there coming in. Going to lose some residents, but, that's okay because in the end, we're going to be better off for it, I think. So instead of doing that, we will do just a bit more commercial since we do still have some commercial demand. In fact, we're going to do that whole block as commercial and then click the right button and do residential there, which we still have pretty good residential demand. We do have unbelievably huge traffic. Excuse me as I hiccup. This is... Who are these people? I think they're all... Some are tourists, but for the most part, I believe they are... where are you going? You're going to the Myrtle residence, which is back there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're all wanting to come up this way. One thing I've noticed that we can help with is carving out a little separate district right here because we've got people using this as a shortcut and we don't want that. And there is a way to fix that. So we're just going to kind of right here. Where's my commercial? I want to make sure the commercial is still in the original district. So right here. So, whoops. We need to make sure this commercial stays in the original district. But try to keep this road out of it. It's going to be tricky. Oh, we gotta go do there so then get to the intersection. And then here, and I should be able to do it just on the road, but I'll do it on the houses as well. I'm just going to make a smaller district. For now, this is Garnet Heights. We're just going to call this Garnet Heights Estates, even though these aren't like big estates, but whatever. And what we're going to do is make this Old Town. It's the only difference because only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. It bans all of the traffic. That should take care of it. We could also do heavy traffic ban because I don't think there's going to be any need for trucks to go through there. Garbage and all that. Oh, okay. We had a meteor strike while I was letting the game run the other day. It really scared me when it hit back there. It was a 8-point something, big old meteor. So anytime we get disasters now, I get a wee bit nervous. But there we go. That should fix a lot of this. I'm not even happy with like that. I thought I dezoned that. I guess I did not. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. This mouse and I aren't friends. Yeah, that's too tall. Go away. You no longer fit our code. Yeah, that instantly cut down on everybody wanting to shortcut through there. I am going to fix this though, because this is silly to have that. So we're going to go in here. We're going to make an upgrade. In fact, I might even... Yes, we can see that there is a thunderstorm here. Thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am. We are going to give just a bit of an upgrade. Slip to steep, space already occupied. We need to get rid of this node that's right here because it's causing issues. And we need to flip this around. I want a turn lane there for residents to be able to turn and go that direction. But yeah, you can see that node is just going to cause problems. But we can fix that. Go right here and boop, node gone. And now they should just flow through there nicely without too much of a problem. So cool. I'm going to let this run for just a few more minutes. I know we're not going to get a ton of population out of this, but we'll get some as it upgrades. What do our land values look like? Oh, storm. Yay, tree set of building set of right at 3. Fun. Land value. Fun. Yeah, our house burned down in a storm. That was so much fun. Yeah, decent land value. It'll just get better as the houses continue to upgrade. Like that one there is going to probably be, yeah, right there where it's one of the brightest. Actually, it's over there. But gonna go let it run, see what we get, and we'll be right back. So most of the upgrading, we just had one there come through, but most of it has kind of come to an end. I am, however, going to come back here in our residential and turn anarchy off. Not our residential, sorry. In our commercial and drop in a clinic. We don't have the best healthcare coverage. Oh, that's going to cause upgrades. But we do have good police and fire. We have both of those right here. Death care, maybe? Yeah, we can get that in right next to the clinic. We may as well. And that'll just boost land value a bit higher. Yeah, definitely. And now we're starting to see more 4s and 5s, or I guess 3s and 4s. Yeah, pretty much. And then if we get educated, they might upgrade higher. I don't know. Yeah, land values hold us back. Cool. So we're going to move on to our next area. And that kind of completes, other than detailing, this whole hillside development. We do have some space down here. And I am considering doing some things down here. Just along the shore, just a little community. Nothing on this side. It's too sloped. I just want to leave the natural hillside unspoiled. So cool. Let us come over to this area and realize that I've kind of boxed myself in. I don't have a good way to get a collector in here other than this one that comes off of another collector. And you don't want a collector working as an arterial. This arterial is already handling a lot. That would turn that to an arterial. Going on to a collector. I'm not really sure how to resolve this, honestly. And the answer is I might not. I might just leave it. That's always an option. But what I want to do is get a bit of a road network in here. We don't need the biking paths throughout like I did last time. I don't know why I clicked that button. I meant to click this one. Let's do just our, let's do this one. Is there a better version one with trees in the middle? Nope. Okay. We're gonna do this one without the bike lanes. We're gonna come through here, and I want to mirror the railroad here, but with a little bit of an offset. Just kind of bring that in up here, and then we'll turn down there. And then I'm probably not going to get into this bridge, am I? Nah. But that's fine. We can bring that to about there. And that's good. And then I want to do the same thing, but I want to try to continue it. So for now, I'm going to use anarchy. And it's still following our rail. I just kind of want to follow the rail. Why? Because it's just what I want to do. I think it'll look nice. And then here we're not going to do a nice corner. We're going to do a really harsh corner right there. And yeah, that clearly would never, ever, ever fit. So we're just going to cut that off there and then bring it right up to where it says space already occupied. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I don't want that to connect to the bridge. So that's there. Cool. So that's going to go in that way. And I may even do just a really abrupt change here as well. Let's back this off from the railroad a bit. Oh, that does not want to cooperate there. That direction it will. Yeah, let's do just a nice abrupt corner here as well. And then we'll bring this around, follow the highway back. So let's do the highway bit back here. Again, leaving a bit of separation, not a lot, but enough to say that we are. Just bring that right around to about there, and then use our curved road tool and make this connection, and then this can come down to right here and make a nice curve out. Actually, no. Want that to come out straight before it turns, just enough to say that it has. And then a nice little turn there. Have a bit of an empty space there. That's fine. It's totally okay. And then here we can now start bringing this off. And you guessed it, a grid. I don't think I'm going to do quite like we've been doing, though. What have we been doing? I gotta find it. We've been doing 2 full squares, right? Yeah, 1320 and 1200. So let's do this a little different. So 1200 is 2. Let's go 900. Just make them a little bit smaller. And then I'm gonna go. Kind of want to see how we're gonna make this fit in back here. And then 960. That's fine. That works. So let me get a grid. A street layout through here, and then we will do some more zoning and talk about what this area is going to be as well. So I've laid out a pretty simple road network. I've got water pipes in, and I've even gone through, added another district. I trimmed up the pedestrian district just a little bit and extended out the district that has the Heart of Korea theme on it. So I want Heart of Korea buildings up here. But I don't want them over here. This is all going to be high density, but it's going to be our self-sufficient buildings. This whole, actually, that might be a bit much. Maybe we don't do that much. Yeah, I think right here, just self-sufficient, and the rest of it just high density. I think otherwise it'd be a little overkill. So I'm going to fix that real quick. There, now it's just Underhill Park. That will be self-sufficient, and the rest of it will be just generic. So I know we looked and we were a little low on high schools. We do have a high school over here, but I think we're going to go ahead and add one more. In fact, what do we have here for high school? Do we have any high schools here? Community school? No high school, just elementary. Okay, that's fine. So we will put in, what did we use here? The Institute of Creative Arts. I don't want to do another one of those over here, but I also don't want to do this one. So I guess we'll just go with our regular old high school. And we're going to bump that back here by the train tracks. Sure. Why not? It'll be the noisy school. And we'll just basketball court, tennis court, done, solved. We just don't need elementary capacity. We have plenty. So let's get this zoned in. I want to take a look at all my other city services real quick. Death care, not the greatest. I'm kind of surprised that one isn't doing better. So what we may do is flip this around to this road. And then same with this hospital. I don't like that backside with like the dumpsters and everything are facing our pedestrian district, but we'll get better coverage. Yeah, see, with it flipped this direction, we get way better coverage for both healthcare and death care. So yeah, that definitely was the play there, because now we don't have to repeat them. We do need some fire and police, and I think we're just going to run those right here. And we're going to do the big guys. Could go this one, but it's really expensive, so I'm going to go with this one. Save ourselves some money, because we do keep going into the red quite often in our town. I'd like to get the budget under control. So that should take care of us mostly for services, but something we've been neglecting for a while. In fact, we've got one, is elder care and child care. So I do want to bring some of this in. So I think we'll go elder care, conveniently located by the hospital. And then we'll do some child care just off of this. And that gets us pretty good coverage throughout that area. Looks like we've got more child care than we have elder care. We don't have any up there, but I think that's okay. I don't think you would expect those type of services in that type of community. You would expect to have to go into town to get those. So, zoning time. Let's get to it. Pretty much just commercial and residential. We may sprinkle in a few offices just to fill some things out. So our unemployment is ticking up a bit. So let's get the zoning done. And we have finally hit Colossal City. So we haven't finished having everything upgrading, but my god, we finally have it. Makes me happy. Power, ooh, getting a little rough. I did move Dustin's two power stations over there because they were in the way when I redid this area. Power getting close. Water is definitely a little rough, so let's fix a couple of these real quick before we put in our much awaited cargo harbor. Wow, kind of already out of space over here. There we go. That should be more than enough for sewage treatment. Speed it up. Yep, we're good with sewage treatment. And for water, yikes. Let's give this little community a water tower. Let's go there. Oh, this community has a water tower. Let's give this little community a water tower. Nothing wrong with changing plans. That's going to be noisy, so we're going to put it to this side. That doesn't put out too much pollution back there. In fact, none at the moment. So we're going to pop one down right here that should have power. And we're just going to get the water pipes in there. And then what does that do for water availability? It's better. Garbage processing we haven't looked at in a while, and it's getting close. So I think what we could do is use maybe some of this space for some garbage facilities. We'll do one of those and a couple of recycling centers right there. Cool. And now I am going to pause the game because we have to do a little surgery here and let that train get out. Cool. We're going to get rid of that, and I'm hoping this harbor will just plop into place. I'm pretty sure it has its own road. Oh, it doesn't pop into place. It wants to go way over here. It's all right. It's okay. We can deal with this. I was planning on this happening. Maybe. So that is about 2 units away. I want to bring this down here to about that spot. It was about there, yeah? I think so. We'll see in a second. Might be a little far. Is it the key wall? Or what is keeping this from wanting to go in? Let's go not quite so far there on that. Let's go up one. Ooh, it does not want to go up one. So there or there is my choice. Okay, that'll work. Now try. Oh, I had it. Oh, I thought I had it. I don't have it. What if we use anarchy? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So let's fix this road here, which is not wanting to cooperate. So we'll just run it backwards and then flip it around. And we can get rid of that. And then we can flip around the segments that are going the wrong way. Oop, and reflip them going the wrong way again. And that's all connected, but now we need to get the rail out here, which it's currently at the wrong angle. But again, not a problem. We're going to come back to about, well, not quite where I wanted to go, but that's okay. I went one further than I planned on. So we're going to grab the trains. Let's turn all this off and bring this right about here. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're going to use our mod to make this connection. So we just want to come in here, create connection mode, click that, click this end, and wha-bam, we have it. We just want to make this bigger so it's a little bit more of a gentle curve, and the same here, just a little bigger. And wha-bam, we're in. The last thing we're going to do then is figure out what we're doing. Oh yeah, we want this. I want to make this little segment a bridge. Oh, we're still in the mod. That's what's going on. Okay, that makes sense. And maybe there too. Yeah, that works. That gets that connected. The water pipe's in a bit of a funky situation, but they still cover it, so we're good. And we now have our cargo hub, which the interesting thing is, really, that's not good enough for you for the water pipes? Fine. The interesting thing is that will ship. Sometimes you'll see boats come out of this one, go to that one, or vice versa. They'll send a boat from here because they really want to send it by train. It's kind of funny when you have multiple cargo harbors and they ship boats back and forth for that short of a distance. So cool. We do have connectivity through here, by the way. I reestablished that and we have a couple connections out to that little road. We may make this a 4-lane road if it becomes busy, but I don't really foresee that happening all that much. The city, of course, is not quite done filling in this area over here. There's still quite a bit to go. Unemployment still holding at 6%. I'm going to just kind of watch as things fill in and see what it's like. But what we're going to do right now is go ahead and switch over to Destin's part of the build. And here we are in Destin's part of the build, and he's checking out the train. And like I said earlier, I don't remember flattening this spot, but maybe I did, or maybe he did it off camera. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is I think it's cool that there's yet another community up in the hills. It does really make me want to go through and maybe terrace a bit of that hillside. I just think it would be, I think it'd be kind of cool. So Destin's notes. He ended up making a couple of neighborhoods. We're looking at one of them right now up on the mountain. And the other is going to be down next to the big high school campus that I built several episodes ago. He did add in a roundabout to the highway interchange over by the mall. He was seeing a lot of traffic there. I recently did a detailing live stream on Broston County, which should be live the day after this video goes live over on my second channel. There is a link to that second channel in the description down below. That second channel is just live stream VODs. That's all that lives there. So if ever you miss a live stream of mine on Twitch or YouTube, you can check it out 2 weeks after it was live on the second channel. It's not currently a monetized channel, though you probably will see ads because YouTube runs ads against it anyway, I'm certain. However, for me, it's not monetized because though I have a channel here with nearly 10,000 subscribers, it's been monetized for 6 years. If you start a second channel, even if it's on the same YouTube or Google account, you have to go all through the remonetization process again, which is kind of stupid. But anyway, so I don't get anything from it, but once it gets up to 1,000 subscribers, it'll be monetized. So I get enough views and enough watch time on it that part's not a problem. But anyways, yeah, it'll be over there. You can check out some detailing that we did that you will see in the next video. You'll see the effects of all that detailing. Really brought a lot of the areas of the city to life. I need to do the same thing on my Pine Pass series, to be honest. But back to Destin's notes, because I got distracted. While I was detailing, I don't know, I didn't really see that big of a deal with traffic. Yeah, I know the roundabout was alleviating some of it, but it didn't seem there was enough traffic there to warrant a roundabout. So maybe it was just heavier traffic while he was playing. I don't know. He did wind up adding both an elementary and a high school in the new area because education capacity was getting close to the red, and he grew the population up around 56,000. 100,000 by the time that he saved. Once we get over into this other new area, I'm not sure where he was going. I think he was scouting out where he wanted to build. Yep, he was scouting out where he wanted to build. Yeah, the traffic is kind of heavy there. But it looks like it comes and goes. That's what it was doing for me. It would come and go, and I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad overall. I think I have a time traffic light in there at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. But regardless, it's fine. Roundabout's fine. We made it work. I detailed it. It looks fine. But you'll see him on the road pattern here in just a moment when it looks like he starts trying to figure out a way to connect this new neighborhood to the neighborhood over by the large high school campus. He struggles with it for a bit and then just scraps the idea and goes with the basic grid pattern. Honestly, I think he was kind of onto something. Like I've watched the footage that he had, and it was working. It may not have been perfect, but it looked like he was starting to get toward something that would actually work. I don't know. He got frustrated with it, though, I guess, and decided it was it worth it after all. But like, I think that is right there what he's doing. He might be a bit uncomfortably close to the highway, but that's easily resolved. But I think the general idea of trying to, reach back to some of these side roads in this neighborhood over here is perfectly valid. And I like I said, I think he was onto something here. And I bet if he would have played with it just a little bit longer, he probably would have had it. Because he's definitely, just watching what he's done. I've not seen any of his other builds except for what he builds here in Broston County. But just, seeing the things that he's done in Broston County, like his builds have definitely evolved over time. His very first video or portion of this video that was like 40 minutes long, he built one little tiny neighborhood. Now look what he's willing to take on in 48 minutes. And yeah, this about 10-minute segment of the video here at the end was right around 48 total minutes, but it's sped up to about 550%. Since there's no narration and I only have a limited amount of notes from him, it'd be hard for me to narrate it at regular speed. Plus, that would make this an 1.5 hour long video, and ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, you can definitely see him starting to get frustrated here. He's deleting roads, trying to find a line, deleting it, trying to find a line. And I can tell he's not getting it lined up how he envisioned it in his head. You can just kind of see it happening, but that's fine because the grid does work, and I do manage to get some side roads connected when I go in and detail it. So in the end, it's not too bad. And Destin is the last one to touch the city before the hotels and resorts. Is that what it's called? DLC comes out. I keep forgetting the actual name of that DLC. And he told me that he has some plans for some lower end motels. He says out near the big curvy neighborhood to unlock a bigger castle. I don't know what he means by out near the curvy neighborhood. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure if I could see the whole map, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's the curvy neighborhood. By the way, I like what he does with this park. These little parks, these little playgrounds are perfect for creating just a nice city park area without anything other than some paths and some trees. It looks like a much bigger asset than it is once you drop some trees in there. And I do this a lot. Just fill up an entire block with just some trees, some paths, and I think it really adds to the area quite a bit. Increases walkability, creates a nice thing to look at visually, and overall, I just like it. He left a little section back there behind that commercial unzoned. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. I wound up putting some zoning there when I was detailing. I hope he doesn't mind. But so he's getting in services, and now he's wanting to find a space for his high school. And what's really cool is, despite the fact that there's a really large sports complex over by the high school that I built, he's going to go ahead and add in some sporting facilities here, which I think is a good idea because, a lot of school campuses will have redundant facilities, whether it be a practice field and they play at a bigger stadium across town or whatnot. They do tend to have all of that. But we're going to wrap up here fairly soon for Dustin's portion of the build. I think he did a great job. I really like it. I'm really excited to see what he does in the future. I will be back in the next video, probably kicking off. No, I think I'll probably let him start it. But we'll both be back in the next video for the hotels and resorts. I can't English. The hotels and resorts DLC. But until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.